This is a mellow beat.
All right, guys, welcome back. It's been a minute. Hugo Corciani, and I'm joined by my dad, Chris Corciani. And today we're just gonna look at some EuroLeague basketball players, some prospects for this year's draft, and you're gonna rate their skill, their current skill, their potential, and how well their game could cross over the NBA. So you ready?
I'm ready. That's exciting because European basketball has become such a big part of the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And those young players, they've got great talent. They train extremely hard. So this will be fun.
Yeah, we'll be. And I'm rocking my Baskonia shirt today, EuroLeague Spain.
I'm rocking my Tryon title shirt.
All right, free plug there. But our first guy, we got this French dude, Killian Hayes. He's going, the latest mock draft I've seen, he's 5th, but I've seen him as low as 15, so I don't know currently how good he is.
He's rated in the lottery for definitely first rounder.
Yeah, definite first rounder. He's got a lot of potential. Let's see this guy.
Lefty.
Mm-hmm. Lefty guard, he's about 6'5".
Nice little hook, little baby hook floater. Anticipation.
Active arms.
Okay.
He's got a little jump to him.
Oh, I like him.
Mm-hmm.
Under control, little pull up, didn't go too far.
And I believe this year he played for a German team in, it might have been the 2nd division, but he's still playing with grown-ups as a 19-year-old.
How big is he?
He's about 6'5".
The old European step. He's a good-looking player right there. He's got good size, strong. Looks like he has good speed.
Mm-hmm. Fast, coordinated, good passer.
One thing we haven't seen him do in these highlights so far is shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm. Seen 1-3. Ooh. Okay, a little off the ball. Got open. Let's see if he shoots here. Oh.
And I like his highlights. He's playing against some inferior players in this league.
Mm-hmm. Good little float there. That was good. Good drive game, though. Can slash for sure.
It doesn't seem like he's afraid of contact. He goes in there, uses his body.
Mm-hmm.
Likes the little hook shots, hook passes.
Oh.
And knock down a triple.
Everything's going to look better if you're a lefty, though.
Yeah, lefties always look good.
That's enough of that. So, how do you feel about his current skill?
Well, I mean, it looks like he can do it all. The one thing I didn't see was him really shoot the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Very strong, goes to the bucket, creates space on his shot. Seems like he's under control.
For sure.
He's the kind of kid that you see over in Europe that's only going to get better. My only question mark, because I only saw him shoot a couple jumpers, is what kind of shooter is he? But I'm sure those NBA scouts they've watched him, they've critiqued him, but he looks like a very solid player.
Well, actually, let's keep watching more. I believe there's a pretty impressive 3 in a second. Oh yeah, there it is. So 3-point shot, he can definitely knock it down when he can, but it's not really his main tool, I would say. So how do you think his potential will be going in?
It's hard. He seems like he's a good athlete. A lot of times when you're looking at a player over in Europe, you're looking at how athletic is he? Can he run? Can he jump?
Yeah,
How
for
can
sure.
he shoot? The things that you definitely know. And he seems like he's an extremely good athlete. He looks very
And he's got
quick,
good size too at 6'5".
good
So
size. Seems like he distributes the ball. He looks solid. You know, you'd have to watch more game to, because on a highlight, everybody looks good. But
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
his physical attributes, his strength, speed, and size.
And finally, how do you think his game could cross over into the NBA? You think it'd be a good fit?
Yeah, again, a lot of the Europeans paved the way for these young Europeans, and people don't want to miss out on that next shiny object that could be a diamond in the rough. And he certainly has a game that likes to go up and down, and appears he's good in the open court. And he's able to pass the ball, which the NBA game has really become a game of spacing.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to pass the ball, but you also need to be able to knock down shots. But he looks like a really good young player.
All right. Well, on to the next player. We got this guy's one of my favorites of this draft. I actually am a really big fan of him. DENI AVDIJA. Hopefully, I didn't butcher
And
that
isn't
name.
he's really high in some of the mock drafts. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he's actually currently the last one I saw, he's like 6th or 5th, but
okay, yeah.
he's power forward, small forward. I kind of like him at that small forward, but he's 6'9", great size, and this Israeli guy, DENI AVDIJA. So let's see his highlights.
Maccabi Tel Aviv, I remember playing.
Yeah, he plays for
against
Tel
them.
Aviv.
I played against them years and years ago.
Ooh,
Looks like he kind of is a good distributor at his size.
yeah. A lot of these early highlights are his good passes.
Oh yeah, I like the way he gets in the paint, under control,
hmm
able to drop a dime. Wow, that was a great pass. He just had a small little angle to fit it through, and he did.
Yeah, a lot of these early ones, I think they've all been passes, but he kind of reminds me a little bit of how Luka Doncic. How you'll see in one of these highlights where he kind of runs the floor really well, and
I tell you, it looks like he's a strong distributor.
yeah, he can distribute really well.
Good vision.
Yeah.
Seeing the cutter go back door. Oh, beauty.
I love that one. That was a good one. This you can see him kind of run the floor. A little cheeky behind the back.
A little showtime in him.
Yeah. Little defensive highlights.
Showing his defense. He's got good size, blocking a few shots. Real smart, went straight up, didn't reach and foul. Tell you what, I've never seen a highlight tape with so much defense in it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Looks long. Looks like he has long arms.
Yeah,
Which
for
really
sure.
helps a player block a lot of shots.
A little behind the back block right there. Okay. I mean, you start to wonder, does they have any offense?
Yeah, I'm saying, show me some offense. I want to get excited. I mean,
Here
the
we go.
defense is nice.
This against Barcelona, Nicole
Wow, he
Mirotic.
just ran away from the
Yeah.
guys.
He can really run the floor.
He showed great acceleration there.
hmm
Finds his way.
For 6'9", I think he can move just as good as anybody. Look at it. Oh, this is great.
Wow, it looks like
Yeah.
he's playing with a faster speed. Everybody else is in slow motion.
There's Scotty Wilbekin right there then.
Yeah, went to Florida, right?
Yep.
Oh, I like this cat.
He's
Yeah,
fast.
No wonder he's supposed to be in the top 10.
Okay, good little post move there.
Yeah, he's got the good size, speed, length. Got a little game inside.
There's them playing Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce from Turkey.
Get a little three coming
Shot,
through.
yeah.
And I like his shot because it's kind of up there. He kind of can get to it on the block.
Ooh, and he will bang
my
on
goodness.
you. He will bang on you.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Okay, ball handling,
back.
step back, boom. And that's kind of why he draws comparisons to Luka Doncic, how he
He can shoot. He's got a nice shot. Yeah.
nice, good looking shot. He can distribute and run the floor. Let's see a little spot up.
like his shot. Now, he looks like a shooter.
Serious. All right. Well, DENI AVDIJA. How do you feel about him?
I like him.
You like him?
He can play. That guy appears to do everything, even about a minute and a half of blocking shots. But I love the way he runs the floor. He gets out. Now he's an athlete.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can tell he's extremely fast. Got great court vision. Seems like he can score inside and out. You know, to me, he's a solid player.
So how would you rate his current skill?
Current skill's good. You know, a guy like that, you know, he'd fit well in a lot of different systems. You know, so I think that, you know, he's as good a young player. You know, there's not many players that are much better than him. The way he moves, the way he shoots, seems very unselfish as well. And so his potential is going to be great.
Yeah, the best part I like about him is he can distribute the ball. Not many, you know, 6'9" bigs like that can.
Well, he was throwing some passes where they looked like John Stockton, where the angle, it didn't even seem like there was an angle to make the pass. Yeah, so
you hear about these like unselfish guys, but he's unselfish and he can, you know, get you the ball.
Yeah, I tell you, it reminds me, other than shooting, it reminds me a little of Tony Kukoc, because Tony was
I like that comparison,
capable of getting to the basket, great passer. Tony was a capable shooter. I wouldn't say he was a great shooter, but very similar attributes.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. So how do you think, so you got current skill, what do you think about his potential? How can he grow from here?
Well, you know, I think he can get stronger. You know, that would be one of his weaknesses. You know, he's going to put on some weight. He's a young kid. He's going to get smarter. He's going to just kind of grow into his body a little bit. You know, there's a big difference when you're 18 or 19 and then you're 24, 25. So I just think there's certain guys that as they get older, stronger, are just going to mature into good ball players. And he doesn't have a whole lot of weaknesses. He's a well-rounded ball player.
Well, once again, it's hard to tell with the highlights, but his highlights are very high, as I said.
Absolutely.
But how do you think his game could cross over to the NBA?
Well, you know, again, you got to be an athlete. If you're not an athlete nowadays, you can't play in that big. Well, he is that. You got to be able to shoot the ball because, you know, the spacing that, you know, the teams like Golden State have created that for the whole league where,
for sure.
You know, if you're a big guy now, you need to be able to knock down shots. It seems like you can do that. You know, defensively, can block shots. Seemed like he was a smart defender. Sometimes you don't have to be a great defender. If you're a smart defender, you can get away with a lot of things. And he seems to really know how to play both ends of the court. You know, I think he's got great potential in the NBA.
Yeah, well, once again, I really like that guy. Moving on to our third and final person, we got LaMelo Ball.
Oh,
you know who that is?
We saw him. Tell the story. We saw him. Him and Zion back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, probably I'd say was this 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, 3 years ago, I was with my AAU team in Las Vegas, and we were going to see this LaMelo Zion game, this Adidas circuit game, and when we got there, it was packed outside. Around the block, and they said, we're not letting anybody else in. We're above capacity already, so y'all got to go home. So we're heading back, and then all of a sudden the door opens, and I just run for it because I'm just like, I got to see these guys play.
And I got upset with them. I was about ready to beat them.
Yeah, I needed to see these guys play, but I ran in. My team followed me, and actually, funny enough, the person who opened the door was he used to work for NC State.
Yeah.
And he got a job with the Adidas later on after State's coach Mark Godfrey got fired. But yeah, we got to the game. It was packed, like they said. It was overpacked. It was crazy. Every Adidas basketball player, athlete was there. LeBron was rumored to be there, but he didn't go because of concerns over safety.
It was just a madhouse of people that were just jammed into this gym just to get a glimpse of LaMelo and Zion.
And it was like this multi-purpose facility, so there's multiple courts. It's like a huge building, but right there in the main court in the middle, LaMelo and Zion. and I couldn't even get a seat, so I had to climb the
Right,
bleachers.
but they were waiting. This is half an hour, 40 minutes before.
Yeah, it's
they
probably
even
an hour
got there.
before they got there, yeah.
It was crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Truly a crazy game. The game itself was fun, but just the atmosphere there was beyond anything I've ever seen.
Special. That was very special.
So we got this guy LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball. Never heard of him. Never heard of his dad. Never heard of him. Jeez.
Yeah, a little sleeper pick here. Nah, but he's playing in the Australian League, and we got some highlights from there. So, and actually in the mock drafts they have him going 1, 2, or 3. So he's highly touted, of course. Let's see why.
What kind of shoes is he wearing? Baller brand hoop shoes or whatever happened to that?
Yeah, those kind of fell apart. I actually don't know if he's wearing those shoes. He might still be with
nice
him.
spin move in the lane and the finish.
Yeah.
Seems like he's got good handles.
Yeah. Okay, good finish.
A smart player.
And what I like about him is he can distribute as well as, get all those flashy shots and passes.
I tell you, 6'8". I remember back then he wasn't quite that big.
Yeah, he actually hit a growth spurt
Yeah.
really recently. I remember one year he was like 6'6", and then now he's 6'8". He's really tall. Okay, a little spot up.
It's got a different looking shot. Almost pushes.
Yeah, all of them. LiAngelo, the third one, or the middle child, is probably the one with the most normal shot.
Yeah.
Lonzo used to have a really crazy one, and LaMelo's got a little unorthodox one as well.
Oh, yeah, hit it deep.
Got the little Aussie kids in there. Let's see. Oh, he's got some Nikes on. Okay.
Oh, so he's wearing Nike.
He's wearing Nike.
We could talk about that sometime. How his pops really kind of screwed up the shoe situation.
You see that pass?
Yeah, that was a good look.
That was nuts.
Right.
Oh, this one was
sweet. Oh, nice. Dipsy
do. Some of his highlights, he probably has the most insane highlights, but I mean,
oh, nice. Again, that's good.
goodness.
That's good stuff.
That is great stuff.
That's
really
kind of
flashy.
Being under control and knowing how to play the game.
Okay, a little full court pass. We kind of saw that when he played high school ball with his brothers.
Man,
okay,
shot
long
is
three.
just shoots it really low.
Mm-hmm. Kind of nonchalant little flick.
Lets it fly.
Yeah. Once again, you gotta.
He's got a quick. It's a quick release. It reminds me. Believe it or not, it's funny. I'm not
Little
comparing.
Curry?
Yes.
Yeah.
How did you know I was going to say that? And I don't want to even compare them as shooters, but it's a quick release where it's not really high.
Nice
It's
pass there.
you almost don't
The
think
arc,
it's-
I'm really impressed. Some people might criticize his mechanics, but the arc he gets on his shots.
Oh,
Oh
hello.
my goodness.
Hello.
The
he's
arc
got
he
some
gets on
arcs.
his shots are really good.
You go in there and finish that one right there.
Ooh, that was nasty.
Again, he's a smart player. He just knows where the ball's going to be.
Yeah.
Coming off the rim. Flushes it home.
Okay, a little backdoor.
Back door, nice cut.
All right, pass out.
So that's the kind of thing you see in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
Cut, back door, and then hit the shooter.
Yeah. Okay,
You
cut
know,
the
we can
defender
pass the
lacking
ball.
right
I
there.
know we can pass because Lonzo, well, I'm not a huge Lonzo Ball fan, but he certainly is a great passer.
His shot is quick, no?
Yeah. Looks a lot, I'm telling you, it reminds me a little bit
Of
of
Stephen
Steph.
Curry.
Yeah. It really does.
Little spot up.
It's fun.
The arc he gets on his
The
shots
shoots are
impresses
so
me.
low. It's not even up high. It's low.
Mhm. It'd be interesting to see how he does.
Good vision, unselfish
Actually.
play. Find the open man.
Ooh, we got pushed a little bit.
Pushed and threw it up with his
Little
left
and
hand.
Little body control there, that's good.
It's a little Deuciani shot. Shout out to the Deuce. I tell you, he doesn't look like he looks fast enough, but he doesn't look, his athleticism is good. It doesn't look like it's great.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes in the NBA, that's the difference.
He actually bought this team after he's done playing.
Yeah,
It's
that's
kinda
right.
fun.
Yeah, I remember reading something like that. Usually you've heard of player coach, who was player owner.
Player owner,
Yeah.
action. But I mean, it's good to see that he came over to Australia. He's kind of like a trailblazer in that fact. Obviously, Terrence Ferguson came over to Australia, but him and RJ Hampton really kind of put that on the map.
Didn't they go to Lithuania first?
Yeah, when he was in high school, obviously, you know, his dad's big baller brand, shoe brand thing. He couldn't play high school ball, so he went to Lithuania.
I've muted him. I haven't heard from him a lot. I kind of had to.
Yeah, he's been kind of trying to get his shine back.
Yeah.
All right, let's see this last one here.
Ooh, all right.
Okay. Pretty good, pretty good.
Yeah.
So, current skill, how do you feel about him?
You know, I think his skill's very high. You know, again, we were talking about his IQ as a basketball player. He seems very tactical and knows how to make the right play. You know, so I think he's got great skill.
Yeah, so, skill set definitely there. Pass, shoot, you know, run the floor. So how do you think, potential, how do you think he could improve?
You know, again, he's a young guy that's only going to get stronger, but I do have some question marks, all right? And it's hard to question a guy when all the experts have him in the top 5. I don't think he's a great athlete. And just watching this clip and I don't see him as an explosive guy that jumps and plays above the rim. I think he's a smart player, you know, kind of like a Luka, not to that level. He passes the ball, but his athleticism would be a concern of mine if I was a GM. Is he?
And he's 6'8". I think I heard when he was only able to dunk when he was like 6'5".
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be blowing me away with his athleticism,
yeah.
But he does know the game. Is smart. His shot being low could create some problems, but again, I think of him as a player. You know, he just knows how to play, knows how to get people involved. Question mark would be his athleticism.
Okay. So, how do you think his skill set could cross over to the NBA?
Well, you know, again, the NBA game has changed a lot. You know, since when I played there 30-some years ago, there's not a center that sits in the middle. You know, what we used to call a post.
Yeah.
Now everything's on the perimeter. Everything is
space,
is up and down the court. Half court is spacing. That plays just right into his game because he can get in the lane, can see, great court vision. Seems like he's got range on his shot. Now I don't know if he's, the ones he made are at a 30% clip like Lonzo. But
hey, you sleep on Lonzo. He's a Lonzo hater, but
I have been a Lonzo hater.
He's improving his shot.
He has improved his shot. I will give him some credit. But I think his game really translates nicely in the NBA. I tell you one thing. Let me ask you a question.
Okay, shoot.
With his father and some of the, I wouldn't say problems, but the controversy that he has stirred up in the last 2 or 3 years, do you think any general managers and owners would shy away from him, at a 1, 2, or 3?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Just with him, current ability, his dad's kind of taking a back seat. He's not really in the news too much.
I haven't heard of him. I haven't heard
he doesn't wear his dad's shoes anymore.
Right.
Lonzo's obviously, made that public separation from his dad.
Do you remember when, like, once a week, his father was saying something or doing something
saying some crazy thing, yeah.
I haven't seen that, and
it might be because he's kind of slowed down, or maybe people just stopped listening to him and put him on SportsCenter and kind of glorifying him. But
they hit the mute button.
Could have hit the mute button, like my dad said.
Yeah, but that's interesting.
But to answer your question, no, I don't think any teams are going to shy away from.
And I would agree with that. If he's talented enough, they're going to take him.
And obviously, for a franchise who has the number 2, number 1 picks, they kind of want someone to rejuvenate their franchise. So maybe he is better because of that.
Yeah, well, he certainly has the name and the hype, and he would attract a lot of excitement to any team.
All right, so all 3, you like these guys?
I like them all. All 3, real impressed. I would have to go. My favorite is, and I'm going to butcher the name,
Deni Avdija?
Denny. I'm gonna go with Denny.
Denny,
I like
my
Denny.
guy.
Denny would be my favorite. I just like his length. I love his speed. There was some clips where he was just running away from the defenders. I was impressed. Got a nice shot. He'd be my number one. My number two would be LaMelo. I think there's a big upside. Smart player. My number three would have been that lefty,
Killian Hayes.
I
I think he's entering the draft obviously this year, but I think he's maybe a year or two out from being kind of where the other two guys are.
Killian Hayes reminds me of a guy, a right-handed player on the Toronto Raptors.
Who's that?
The stocky, strong Wichita State guard.
Fred VanVleet.
Fred VanVleet. That's what he reminds me a little bit of because he uses his body. He's lefty, but he's looking to create contact a lot of the
I would say he's a little more athletic than that guy, but
VanVleet. Yeah, VanVleet's one of those guys that's
VanVleet's also a good shooter.
Yeah, but he's fast enough to get by you. He's sneaky fast. And this guy appears to be a little, strong, doesn't mind the contact.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be my order. Denny, LaMelo, and Hayes.
All right, well, that about does it. So leave a like if you want us to review any more EuroLeague prospects or maybe next year's draft, like a Usman Garuba or someone like that. And obviously, comment down below, subscribe, and we'll see you later.
So,
No.
huh?